What's up, everybody? Here we are, week 3 of the TFL. I know it's Friday. Videos are coming in a little late. I'm working on it. Got a bad support staff. It's hard being the face of the show, the lead producer, the guy that uploads it. But we're gonna have a conversation when we get that ironed out. But nonetheless, I want to start off by saying I know I've been a little soft in my first 2 videos, and that's not gonna happen anymore. So, Dylan, you still fucking suck. But Luke, you fucking suck even more. And that excites me to say that. Before talking a little bit about week 2, I want to give a quick recap, talking a little bit about the Survivor League and why it's so awesome. So here we are, Monday Night Football. Everybody rolls with Skrilla, other than Dylan picked Chunked. He got me. We'll talk about that. No, nigga, not right now. But nonetheless, my boy Luke gets an 89-yarder out of OBJ, right? I don't know, 20-point play, whatever the case may be. Gets within like 5 points of Skrilla. I know Skrilla's little asshole was puckering up, like, oh shit, you know, just like everybody else. Like, come on, bro, we had money on Skrilla. But Luke was probably the most excited because you actually thought you had a chance to pull off that comeback. But you didn't, because your team sucks. And the reason it sucks is if you're starting 2 running backs from the same squad, regardless of their best offense in football, your team ain't worth a fuck. So we're going to start off with there. So, nonetheless, Skrilla, so happy that you and Le'Veon were able to pull that out. Needless to say, poor fucking Le'Veon. God, the Jets are fucking awful. I was scared that he might not be able to get it done. He was running for his life. He was the only thing they had. So my boy Skrilla got it done in the Survivor League. So we'll start off with that. But anyway, let's jump back. Let's get a quick little recap of week 2, and then we'll talk about this week. So, Chuck got me, drops me to 1-1. You know, he had a big game. Aaron Jones, really didn't expect that against the Vikings, man. He got 116 yards on the TD, almost 30 points. Another big game on that Thursday night out of Chris Godwin, 21.7, and everybody else kind of did their thing. Me, certain letdown out of 2 backs, David Johnson, Chris Carson, 9 and 10 points. Just didn't get enough done for me. So Cap takes the loss. I followed a 1-1. Chuck, congrats to you. You moved to 2-0. Next one we had Bada Bada Bud is Schwapped the Greek, 100-70. My boy Alex, just taking on the chin. Taking on the chin. He had 10 points out of Deshaun Watson, 13 and 12 out of James Conner and Leonard. Adam Thielen, 8. A fucking goose egg out of Deshaun. And only 4 points out of Will Fuller. I know we talked about it the week prior in the video. Leonard and Will Fuller would be your wild cards. Well, obviously, they were 2s instead of aces. And so that screwed you. So, but it's decent little performance. Brandon Cooks got you a TD. Tyler Lockett did halfway decent. Todd Gurley had a TD, and Carson Wentz did halfway decent as well. So, Butters, you moved to 1-1. Alex, 0-2. Next one we got is God's Gift against Fear the Beard. So my boy SK gets a rabbit out his ass, despite getting negative 0.5 out of Drew. Bless his heart and his thumb. He gets 44 out of New England's D. Had a few of them, 26 out of Zeke, and 13.1 out of Antonio Brown, which we'll get to in a minute. Hopefully that might be the last time you get that out of him. But you get Dylan by 30 points. Dylan, outside of Julio's big performance, and Matt Breida did a little something for you. Not a lot, kind of a letdown by Philip Rivers. So, Fear the Beard, also 0-2, and SK gets to 1-1. Casey Boy, he moves to 2-0, drops the Jabronis to 1-1, gets him 126 to about 109 here. Casey, another huge performance out of Dak. You know, despite getting a goose egg out of Alshon Jeffrey, solid performance out of Derrick Henry. Greg Olsen, freaking 6 catches, 110 yards, solid across the board. Jabronis, man. Tell you what, wouldn't be for Patty, you'd be up Schitt's Creek. But the rest of the squad tried to do a little something for you. But Patty had 50, the rest of your team had 50 as well. So you're going to need more from the rest of them fucking Jambronis if you want to get more than 1 win this season. So Casey Boy, you move to 2-0. Jump over to Dino and Naughty Boy. Dino puts him at 2-0. Naughty Boy at 1-1. Dino had a few clutch performances. Case in point, Lamar Jackson gets him 43 points. 20 out of Chubb, 20 out of Kelsey. A David Montgomery sighting, Dino. I know you were ready to throw the towel in him on week 1, but he looked all right. 16.6, got him a TD. And then Cooper Kupp looked pretty good against us as well. Naughty Boy, not bad out the squad. Tommy B did his thing. Saquon did well, along with Carry-On. But the good old Tampa Bay Bucks and that horrendous offense led by Jameis kind of let you down. 6.9 on Mike Evans and a fucking goose egg out of O.J. Howard. So Naughty Boy, while having a pretty decent score, you fell by 20. Then lastly, like I already talked about, them boys falls to 0-2. I think that's going to be my new freaking Dylan. I think he done slid out of my number one on the shit list. And I think it's Luke for the rest of the season. We'll see. Y'all going to be like 1A, 1B in terms of who I talk the most shit about. But being as though everybody was going against Luke in the Survivor League, Luke could have swore his team was going to, they're the best thing since sliced bread, starting LaShawn McCoy and Damian Williams, if that's some, like, phenomenal fantasy strategy that we don't know about. But thank God, Luke takes on the chin, despite a freaking 30-pointer out of Odell, only gets 9 out of Carr, gets a combined 13 points out of his Kansas City duo. And Skrilla, even though Big Ben shit the bed, Le'Veon, he did all right after getting his ass pummeled all night. But really, Dalvin's been a star of the show. That was a phenomenal pick in the second round. He's RB1 right now. He's absolutely kicking ass. So hopefully he stays healthy for you. So the Skrilla, you move to 1-1, and them boys drops to 0-2. So let's talk about this week, matchups we got. I'll start out with me versus SK. So right now I'm projected to beat SK by 8, 133 to 125. So just looking at some of the matchups, trying to see what they have as far as the overall projections. But, just looking at it as a whole, obviously for me, Antonio Brown, not in the equation anymore, thank God. I think he would have freaking absolutely shredded New York. They're atrocious. Them and Miami are by far two worst teams in the league. So, you got Larry in. Larry's solid. He'll probably get you some points. But I guess the key for you is how much is Zeke going to have? Let's pray to God on my behalf. He gets less than 30, even though he's projected 27 points, and he's going to get every fucking point of it because Miami is terrible. But what's Josh Allen going to really do for you, right? Everybody's over there on the Josh Allen freaking train, but I don't know. We'll see. So we'll see what he does. Well, I'm going to see what Hollywood Brown, see if he's going to pop off a big one. KC can keep him under control. I like my chances. So for me, I'm looking for a bounce back out of DJ between him and Chris Carson. I would think that New Orleans' run defense was pretty solid, but actually we kind of been struggling these first two games, so certainly I don't want to see him do well, because I want fucking Saints to win, but I would like to, maybe slide a little 60 and a touchdown. I'm all right with that. And then, Evan Ingram, man, I need him to shake back. We'll see how this whole Daniel Jones start now. I'm hoping that they kind of do a little bit of check down philosophy, short, kind of consistent throws, and he just gets pummeled with targets, man. 15 targets, a lot of these small intermediate throws, 8, 15, 20-yard throws, and he racks up some good points. And then hopefully Green Bay's D does well for me. So obviously I'm going to go with myself. Hopefully I'm able to take the dub. Next one we got, which I know is one in the Survivor League, I got my boy Dino against Bout It Butters. Dino's projected to get him by 17 points. Obviously Dino's team is taking a little uptick with David Montgomery. He's riding with Raheem Mostert from San Fran in the lineup. To be told on that one, right? We'll see in this game. Obviously, you got Matt Breida, you got Mostert, and you also got that drawing a freaking blank. Who's my other guy? One more running back. Anyway, so they kind of got three other than Tevin Coleman that are all kind of playing. Jeff Wilson. So they got all three of them guys, right? So you'll be seeing. I think he's probably the best running back. He looks damn good, but just who's gonna get that touchdown? And then for Butters, Butters, it's like, are you gonna get that round one value for Todd, right? Is Todd going to be able to pop off that 30, 35 point game like he did last year? And I don't know. Unless he has that 50-plus yard run, I don't know if the volume will ever be there for him to really have greater than like a 16-carry game. I just don't see it there. So, outside that, what is Juju going to do with Mason Rudolph now? Everybody's hating on Juju, but I think he's actually going to have a bounce-back game. But nonetheless, I'm going to roll with Dino in this one. Butters, I'm sorry. And it's shitty because I don't think Dino's team is that great. They're not bad. But Dino, 3-0, man. Congratulations. We'll see. We'll see. Next one we got Eno disqualified against them boys. My pick, along with a few others for Survivor League. Casey Boy off to a halfway decent start. He got 14.2 out of Derrick Henry last night. Overall, he's projected to beat Luke by 11, 120 to 109. So I guess a few things here that I'm kind of looking out. Mark Ingram, what's he going to do against KC, especially if the Ravens get down early? I don't foresee that. I think it's going to actually be a somewhat decently tough game. Ravens will be able to stay in that game. But I know he's have a little banged shoulder and some things like that. So what's he going to do for you? And then outside that, what's Greg Olsen going to do? I think Cam's out this game. Obviously, he had a big game. But Greg Olsen's, I think, another one of those that by all means he can have tight end 1 numbers. And next thing you know, he's got like a 2 for 27-yard type game. So hopefully that isn't the case for you because I want you to win. Despite with you moving to 3-0, I think you'll get them boys. Because them boys is starting Rex Burkhead, who is like the 5th string running back on that team. I know you think I'm crazy, Luke, but he really is. Right? So we got Sonny Michel, we got James White. I guess you can consider him. You got Damian Harris. They just got a bunch of mouths to feed is the gist of the story. So if you don't get a touchdown, you ain't getting more than 5 points out of that guy. So that sucks. That's you in week 3 starting Rex Burkhead. But nonetheless, yeah, you got good receivers. But we'll see if Mike takes a dip with Teddy being in there. So obviously, I'm going to roll with KC. Luke, I hate to say it, I think you're going to drop the 0-3, and I'm going to continue to talk shit about you from a week-to-week basis until you get that first dub. Next one we got the Greek. We got Alex against Naughty. So Alex had a decent start. He got 13.4 out of Leonard. Leonard was absolute dog shit. I still think he's dog shit. He just happened to rip off a 69-yard run, turned his night into something. But we'll see what he continues to do throughout the season. Naughty boy got 0 out of Tennessee. That certainly hurt. So Alex is projected to get him by 5. Storylines for this one is bounce backs from James Conner. I think he's overdue to have a wide running back 1 type game. What's John Ross going to do? I see you got him in a starting lineup. Can he excel and continue to look like a top 15 receiver? For you, Naughty boy, super solid in receiver department. I think Kenny Galladay, Robert Woods, both solid for you. But I see you rolling Will Dissly, against the Saints. So obviously he had 2 touchdown gain, 5 yards for 50 last week. Can he repeat that? Hopefully fucking not. And then what's Royce Freeman going to do, right? They feed him a little bit more, things like that. I see his projections up a little bit. If he gets his lucky little touchdown against Green Bay, I don't know. Maybe he can get you a decent performance. But, I'm going to have to go Naughty on this one. I see he's kind of projected down by 5 right now, but I think Tommy against New York, it's just going to be too much. He's probably easily slated for 30 points there. Saquon against Tampa Bay, he's going to have even that much more touches with Daniel Jones being in there right now. A little bit more conservative offense working through Saquon as if they didn't already. But both of them are slated at big games. I mean, if you're able to get 60, 70 points between the 2 of them, I think the rest of the people can pick up the pieces. So, Naughty boy, I'm going to roll with you. Alex, unfortunately, I think you might also fall to 0-3. Then we got the Vaginosaurus Rex. We got Skrilla against the Jabronis. Big game out of Jacksonville's D. He's projected to get you by 13, 137 to 122. High projections for the Jabronis, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Skrilla's got a good lineup set. Wait to see what Sammy Watkins does. Can he look like a top 10 receiver like he did 2 weeks ago, or is he just going to be mediocre like the Sammy Watkins we all have come to know? But for the Jabronis, what's Joe Mixon going to do? Is he still banged up? Can he get something going there? And then Peyton Barber, right? Looks like he might be the clear, running back 1. So we'll see, right? But Jabronis, while you do have good projections, you got Frank Gore in there. He's going to probably eat up all the touches. Devin Singletary's out in Buffalo. I'm still going to have to go with Skrilla on that one. So Skrilla, 2-1. The Jabronis dropping down to 1-2. And then finally, Chuck against Dylan. He's 2-0 versus Dylan 0-2. Right now, Dylan got 7.8 out of Delaney Walker. Chuck, you're looking good in this, and you're projected to get him. I think you got this one. We'll see what Mecole Hardman does, but I think outside that, Sonny Michel, huge day against the Jets. We'll see what Aaron Jones goes against Denver. That might be a tough one, but Matt Ryan should have a big game. And then Dylan, on your side of things, your receivers don't come through for you. Who the fuck knows? So Chuck, I'm going to go with you. And Dylan, you like Luke and Alex, y'all stay and go to 0-3. So one of the things I want to mention is storyline of the week, okay? Well, Dina, you told me the storyline of the week. I'm looking at it. It ain't the case. But Chris and Bud is talking about changing the fantasy names. So let's get back talking about bets. Let's get some shit brewing. Talk some shit amongst each other. I ain't afraid to put the Cash Crew on the corner. $100, $200, whatever y'all want to do. Talk some shits. Make some bets. Otherwise, I'll holler at y'all next week. You want to be a guest on the show? Let me know. Holla.